Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO Star Wars 2021 Trouble on Tatooine, based off of The Mandalorian Season 2. It is set number 75299, comes with 276 pieces plus 3 minifigures, and was released at a retail price of $30. But if you want to get this set brand new sealed, you can do so on Bricklink for less than $20. I believe the lowest number I saw was 17. I do have the instructions manual for the set with me, looking really nice with the box art it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a fight between Mando and the Tusken Raider. Of course, that doesn't exactly happen in the episodes this set is based off of, but it does have that the Skywalker saga box art with the white background with the Darth Vader. This is before the time of the paper bag, so it just shows the instructions on how you're supposed to build a set, as well as a little ad for the Lego Builder app. Just jump straight into the build. Taking a look in the back, you've got one page for instructions, and then you got a couple of sets on review. You got the downscaled X-wing and TIE fighters, the Millennium Falcon Microfighter, the Resistance X-wing 4 Plus set. Then you got, of course, you got this set. Then you got the Imperial Shuttle and the AT-AT and Tauntaun Microfighter dual pack. And then on the very next page, we have the figures shown off in those sets. So not a whole lot going on in the instruction manual. All in all, this is a pretty simple $30 set, but I think but I won't be surprised if quite a few people like it. We'll go ahead and start off with the figures. Starting off with definitely what was a highlight figure at the time, the brand new Beskar Armor Mandalorian. He's got that nice new shiny helmet with a different print on the visor. But for some reason, they had yet to give him the Din Djarin face, so it's still just a plain black minifigure head. Nice. He's a semi rough, semi soft cape piece. Is this nice decent fabric. You can lift up the back to see that nice shiny new Beskar armor, which they definitely made sure they shine. Nice arm printing going on. Now you even notice with the shoulder piece is on the right arm. You can actually see the rumble horn or marking that the armorer put on, as well as his as well as on the other arm you see the gauntlet with the whispering birds. And so nice arm printing going on there with some really solid detail. Taking a look at the torso, you can see his bandolier with some extra shots for a cycler rifle. Nice metallic printing going on all over the torso and legs. Really solid figure. And then he's got two weapons this time. One of them is his cycler rifle, which is made of the Han Solo style blaster or pistol, a lightsaber hilt in a brown, and then one of these little clip pieces sticking out front. It makes for a really big weapon, but really accurate to what you see on screen. And then you got one of these simple pieces, which they usually use for Jango Fett's blasters, but this time it's in black. So all in all, really solid figure. This, and definitely the reason most people were picking up this set. If not for our next minifigure, little Grogu, who admittedly at the time was still only known as the Child or Baby Yoda, but he looks super cute. He was originally first available in the $130 Razor Crest, but of course, with this being only $30, this was a much cheaper way to get him out when it came out. I actually think it's still the cheapest way to get him. So, all in all, they did really nice things on him. His head is more of a hard rubber than it is plastic, but it looks super cute with those big eyes and that little face. And of course, he's got the baby torso, but they managed to make his hands green. They managed to make his hands green, which is really nice. And you got just a teeny bit of printing on the torso, so that makes him look really good as well. And then our third and final figure is a Tusken Raider, looking absolutely fantastic. They've been using this Tusk Raider head since, was it 2012, 2013? But much like the 2015 Chewbacca, I see They, it looks like they're going to keep using it, and I see no reason for them not to keep using it because it's a perfect Tusken Raider head. You got all these spikes sticking out of the back of his head, all this wonderful detailing with all the straps. The mask looks really good with a little bit of metallic printing there with the eyes, and look, it looks fantastic. And then you got his bandolier. Here's boom printed on his torso and on his torso with just a little bit of metallic printing with like the buttons, plenty of straps going on him as well. No arm printing, but the back looks really nice with the back of the bandolier. And then of course he's armed with a gaffy stick, which super simple. No build, only 4 pieces, but it looks really good. So for your minifigures, pretty solid the lineup there. Not gonna lie, especially for just a $30 set. And for starting off with our builds, we've got Mando's speeder bike, which is basically a Star Wars speeder bike style of a Harley Davidson motorcycle, which looks really nice. You got into some nice detailing going on here. I believe these are supposed to be a couple of blasts. I believe these are supposed to be a couple of blasters. There's on the front, and you got a couple clips on the side here by the seat for Mando's blasters, and you can fit him on the seat and get him to hold on to the control sticks. And in the back, you've got both a backpack and a little traveling bag for Grogu. Ooh, he just fits in there, super easy. Yeah, I mean, look at it. It's a little baby carriage. It's adorable. So let's go ahead and get Mando on there as well. Also, they show the blaster pistol on the left side. Whoop. There we go. And then they got the cycler rifle on the other side. Let's get him on there. It kind of looks like he's almost kind of laying down in this seat, but he looks. But you ask me, I think that looks just fine. There we go. That's one. And come on. And there we go. All right, there we go. That look, like I said, it kind of looks like he's kind of laying down, but he's in there all right. And I think he looks just fine. Next up, we got ourselves a little Tusken Raider hand, which well, super simple. Oh, looks really nice. The outside looks nice and clean. And with the exception of a couple of gaps, you got a little fireplace is in there, a couple of places to sit down, and as well as a bowl and what looks like a mug, and a couple of bones are hanging out in the back, probably for like those like Tusken Raider like dogs that you see. I remember them first showing up in Attack of the Clones. When Anakin went to go rescue Shmi. But all in all, it's a simple little build, but it's a nice little addition. And then of course you got the big playthrough play function with the like Tusken Raider ballista that you see them use against the Krayt Dragon in the episode this is connected to, which is a really nice build. You got a 2x2 transparent brick and underneath to help stabilize the thing along with the legs. You got the cranks in the back which they use function to pull back on the bolt. Oh, you got the place for your Tusken Raider to grab onto in the back to make it look like he's working the thing, and the whole thing is built has a spring-loaded shooter on top with a unique spring-loaded shooter bolt in metallic gray. I believe that's the only time we ever see that piece in that color. We usually see it in transparent red, blue, and green as blaster bolts, but I think this is the only time we ever see it in a metallic color. So all in all, it's a really solid build, and for $30, this is a really solid set. And I mean, it probably would have been better if we could get like could have gotten Cobb Vanth and his speeder. Although from the earliest rumors of what we're going to get in 2026, we might just get that in as its own set. So there you go. I think the one thing that would have helped put this over the top would have been and if Mando had his jetpack, which he got at the end of season 1. But all in all, that's just a little bit of nitpick. For a little $30 set, this is pretty solid. Again, most people will probably pick it up for that brand new Beskar armor Mandalorian, but for $30, this is a pretty solid set, even if you are only picking it up for a minifigure. And again, you can now pick it up for less than 20 on Bricklink. So if you guys don't have this set, I see no reason why you shouldn't get it. So that will be the end of this review. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content, including all of my LEGO Star Wars set reviews, on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.